Hey all, Fandom here. Going to be reacting to Legacies Season 3, Episode 14. So let's get to reacting.
Hey there.
Flashback?
There's this problem I've been trying to solve for the longest
18
time.
months ago.
This artifact, I think, is telling me you're the one who can help me.
Oh.
I'll get you out of there if you do.
Who on earth is he talking to?
I understand. You're going through a rough patch.
Well, I feel like if you understood that, you'd probably get why I don't really want to dramatize the story of undying teenage love. You know, especially when it does end with dying and then not dying.
Uh-oh.
Which you do anyway when you promised nothing would ever come between you two.
Still not over Landon.
I'm sorry I can't help Mr. Williams, but if I see MG, I'll definitely let you know.
Yeah.
The two of them.
Those two should not be hanging out.
Yeah, Ethan said they're not. So I doubt that's the reason MG has skipped school the last 3 days. Hiker was found dead in Grove Hill last night. Suspiciously close to right where MG is now.
Uh-oh.
I'm more worried about what he's already done.
Nah, don't jump to conclusions now.
Lizzie went on this witchy wellness retreat that Dad thought would be a good idea, but I haven't heard from her in over a week. I think that she might be in trouble.
Manatee isn't in trouble. I'm just enjoying herself.
Never question the alpha's rules. Ever.
If the alpha makes the rules, how do you become the alpha?
Well, that's easy and hard. You want to be the man? You got to beat the man.
Uh-oh. So you can come to the alpha?
No. You gotta beat the woman.
We're too exposed out here. We should head into the woods, see if we can find the camp, and try to lay eyes on Lizzie. Or we could just introduce ourselves? And what if we walk into a trap? You're acting really weird for someone who's
I don't
supposed
think
to be
they try to
worried about her
save
sister.
Lizzie, but have Hope join in this retreat.
Lizzie. This looks great.
That don't look
like
great.
Palooza. Everyone here looks like they're on drugs.
Exactly.
This is a wellness retreat, Andy. She's so amazing. She's been a real mentor to me.
How exactly?
I'm
did
guessing
she help
Andy is the same thing that Clark was talking to in the beginning of the episode.
Don't mind Samantha. She was Andy's star pupil until I got here. And then her petty jealousy and anger knocked her down a peg. Well, several.
Oh.
Until I read.
We don't have to stay. We do, because something weird's going on here, and we're not leaving unless Lizzie comes with us.
Exactly.
The alpha can't turn down any challenge, no matter what it entails.
Is it gonna be?
What do you have in mind?
Just an old pool table in storage when I was picking out some stuff for my room.
Deal.
Yo.
Look, you're gonna need it.
Like, it should have been at least a game that you know
I
you
wanna
can
welcome
win,
all
man.
Oh no, I don't trust you because you're a fraud.
Yeah, say that out loud.
Come up and prove it.
Okay, Hope.
You have extraordinary power.
I didn't say you could touch me. I'm so angry at my ex-boyfriend, but I don't know. I just feel like I'm
Enlightened.
I wonder if Hope is trolling. Ain't that like the same color as Lizzie? And now it seems like she's jealous.
I've been waiting for someone like you, Hope. You and I are going to do great things together.
And what things is that? Uh-oh.
Huge then. I just got a little jealous.
That hiker was found in these woods, mauled to death and drained of blood. And now a member of the search party who was out looking for him is missing too.
This is a
Uh-oh.
Malivore monster, Dorian.
But good doesn't factor into the equation when we're talking about rippers.
I get it. You don't want what happened to your family to happen to anyone else. But we don't know anything yet. Okay? So let's just find MG.
And don't jump to conclusion. Oh, come on, man. Why you gotta be in blood?
I need your help. There's a body. Dorian, no!
Come on, Dorian.
An expert at scrubbing skibbies like you.
You will be. So I'll be back to blue before you with that attitude.
Uh-oh.
Annie's glove. Annie's gonna be so happy when I return this. She'll help me back.
What the hell?
Yo.
How is that even possible?
You still think I should have waited for him to rip your throat out too? Used to hunt vampires, Rick. Thought you knew how dangerous rippers can be.
Yeah, but he wants the full story, man.
Assuming the worst of people has only ever brought out the worst in me, and I am not going to condemn MG until I hear his side of it.
Facto. Yo, she conned you. Look, she even got her own stick, man.
You're finally gonna be free. And you deserve it.
You better elaborate.
Warning, avoid dermal contact. Produces psychotropic effects.
Whoa. So that is the one that was locked up.
Who's there?
And you dropped it.
But I'll check in on your family and on the vampire that killed you.
If MG killed him, which he didn't, man.
Happens again.
See that? The Malibu monster. Whoa.
Hope was right. Again, it's definitely a cult. Now let's get the hell out.
I've been feeling so much better since we got here.
So was I.
They
Did
all
you
up in the
miss part where I
Kool-Aid.
admitted you were right. Andy doesn't have special powers. She's a basic witch, a fraud. Her crystal is blue all the time because it's colored glass. And that enlightenment you feel is some magic drug from tribe. Hope? Joe? Are you okay?
We've never been better.
The Kool-Aid straw.
I'm gonna drive back to school and get some help and earplugs.
Add some in.
Damn, got him.
No supernatural ever worked for Triad. We were imprisoned, locked in cells, and forced to do their bidding. Locator spells, concealment spells, even torture, all the while being drugged to stay compliant.
Well, maybe your sob story would land a little better if you weren't doing the same thing to every witch here.
Is she gonna make it?
I think I know a way out of this mess. You're independent all of a sudden. Going to Mystic Falls High all by yourself. Oh, wait. You're already back at the Salvatore School. I guess that phase lasted about as long as your Dark Josie bender.
Uh-oh. Keep it going.
And now you're here, worried about me and Hope, and completely neglecting your own happiness with Finch in the process. I mean, at least I'm trying to be happy.
Are you seriously pinning this on me right now? You're the one that indoctrinated us into a freaking cult, and I'm back to normal.
Isley. Oh man, is that a tooth?
That's deep.
Who has whatever this belongs to in the monster pool?
You're not gonna believe it, Rick. Wendigo.
Hey.
It's never a Wendigo.
I was wrong about him. I read his journal.
He's been helping people. Needs to work on a superhero name, but
He must have got the blood on him from trying to stop the Wendigo.
Yeah,
Hope, Andrea, Michelson.
damn.
Joe, is there something you wanted to say?
You better say something, girl.
It's not all Landon's fault, and deep down you know that.
Stop saying his name.
You've known that you and Landon have been biologically
Keep
incompatible
going,
since
Josie.
He literally dissolved after having sex with you. But you chose to deny that fact, and now you know that neither you or Landon can ever truly be happy together. Landon finally did the one thing that you weren't strong enough to do.
Hope? Is that you?
That's the last
It
of them, Hope.
is.
Never doubted you, Rock.
What's going on? Oh.
Thanks for distracting them for me. But Wendigos have hearts of ice. It's their weakness. Like sunlight for a vampire.
Cool. My plan worked.
There's only one last thing to take care of.
Now, what the hell is this ritual thing?
Is that our deal was bound by an unbreakable covenant spell, which means I will die if I fail to complete the ritual. Peace I will know is that the three of you will have to deal with whatever my death raises.
Really?
I think I figured out what Andy was trying to do. She's turning us into pandas.
What the hell's going on?
And this is the wolf of the hour right here!
Finch through the game.
You know, back in the day, I would have called you weak for throwing the game.
Well, then if you can change, maybe the rules can too.
Still don't like you, Jed, but you're growing on me.
Before you let me come back.
Tell the
And
truth.
It's all good. I think there's something that you should know.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't compel Ethan when you told me to. I want to come back, but I don't want to stop helping people either. Let's do both.
Andy drugged us. Just one drop of that
Of all songs, come on.
And a squad on 3.
1, 2.
All right, let's see what's inside.
Our good news ends.
What the hell? So, not gonna lie, I was a bit nervous going into this episode because us coming back from, like, what was it, a 2-week break, but sometimes even it's a month break with some shows. When they take their breaks, they be coming back with these slow episodes. I'm just like, really? We've been waiting for so long for a brand new episode, and you hit us with the slowness, fillerish nonsense? But no, they actually, Legacies gave us this episode, which after this is going to be like 6 more episodes for the season, and hell, I enjoyed every bit of it. From the beginning with Clark, and I'm just like, okay, what the hell is he planning with this individual, in the shadows, chained up? And then the moment we saw this chick from the retreat, I'm like, okay, I'm guessing that's going to be like the monster of the week. Which in reality, I really shouldn't say the monster of the week because she was pretty much being manipulated. But the actual monster of the damn week, a Wendigo? I wish we would talk about that when I talk about more about MG and thing. But wow, I'm curious if we're actually going to get like Clark in present day this season. If not, probably next season. Because the way how he just keeps coming up again and again and again, like, come on, people. Let's get him in the flesh. And at one point, I thought that in that freaking hole, whoever's going to merge out was going to be him. And he kind of created like a contingency plan where it's like he knew that he may not live to see the day that whole artifact is going to be open. So it's like, you know what? Let me actually, do something with this individual so I can come back and actually witness it being open. If so, congrats. But then when that being, whatever, came out, I'm just like, okay, that's not Clark. Or could it be? I don't know what it is. Because I think it was like in the perspective of Hope we saw the monster, or Josie or Liz. I think it was Hope. So it's like, and two, they were high. So are we actually seeing how they actually look, or the individual looks, or again they're still high, so we're not actually seeing like who that freaking individual is? If so, kudos, writers, you got us there. But damn, just damn, MG in this episode, like when they were like pretty much looking at him because he's been gone for 3 days, like Dorian was like, yo, hopefully he's not on a ripper freaking spree. And I'm just like, damn, the way Heather was going after him in the woods, like, he was just gun-ho, like, yo, we gotta freaking, put him down, like, lock him up, because he's probably doing all this stuff. But then Alaric, voice of reason. He's like, okay, if it is him or maybe not, let's just actually question him. Don't jump to conclusions. But I understand in Dorian's case because his history with Rippers, and even I believe it was like the first season where we learned that MG was a Ripper, I believe. And then him and Dorian like had that one-on-one moment. I can see where he's coming from yet again. But still, be like Alaric here and actually find out the bottom of it. Is everything going on as it says? Like, was he having a Ripper moment, or could this be a Malivore monster? Which he was like, we're not even in Mystic Falls, man. But who knows? Sometimes these freaking monsters could just leave Mystic Falls or something. But The moment he saw MG and he had his freaking clothes in blood, I was like, damn it! If he didn't have his clothes in blood, then maybe there's a 1% chance Dorian may not do something to him. But hell, even if there was no blood on him, he probably still would have revenged him, honestly. And after that, and just like burying the body, you hear a monster screaming, and then a freaking Wendigo. Or it's a Wendigo. I always keep on mixing up the names between the two of them. And just like how Alark and Dorian were kind of like happy, like seeing a freaking that creature, I just get like flashbacks of Supernatural, the first season, second episode. That's what they were fighting. Well, a different version of it. 'Cause I don't even think that's how they even killed the freaking Wendigo, honestly, or Wendigo. Oh my gosh, I'm doing it again. But to then just seeing how this whole time when he was MIA from school, he was like pretty much like being a hero, superhero, and even Alark was like, yeah, reading his diary or just, yeah, his diary, let's say journal. His diary. Come on now. Spells of Vampire Diaries. I'm going to say diary, not journal. He was reading his diary and he was like, oh, gotta come up with a better superhero name. And then when all that was done, he defeated that freaking, monster of the week. And finally, like MG just confessed to Lark, like, yeah, so I lied to you about the whole Ethan situation, which again, just seeing Ethan in this episode and saying like, oh, well, I don't know where MG is. It's still sad. It truly still is sad seeing both of them like no longer friends. Like, come on, writers, why you had to do that, man? It was that was how it went down, but still, that was just so wrong at so many damn levels. But hell, seems like he's about to go back to freaking the Salvatore school, MG. Okay, I forgot like how many episodes it was that he was like gone from the school. But hell, he's back, and soon Lizzie is gonna be back. Which I'm surprised that this episode we got to even see the retreat, because I thought that when Lizzie was gone for I think it was like 2 or 3 episodes, and probably just two, that she was gonna return. We're not gonna see this whole retreat thing, and then we're gonna see how she's changed. But no, we actually got to even see the retreat, which kind of reminds me a bit of that movie Midsummer or something that nature name or so. I never saw it, but I saw the trailer and just like seeing how they're all dressed and stuff. It kind of just reminded me of that. So after like finish editing this video, I gotta like look up and see that movie finally. But the only thing difference between that is that they said that there were just no males in this entire retreat. It was just like women there. So I'm like, all right, so be it. But I remember this summer, there was like men and boys like in that place, whatever. So intriguing. I think I've pretty much covered everything. I probably think it was the whole other plot that went on. Finch, I thought she was about to become an alpha, and then they're gonna probably create like another episode with her still feuding with Jed, which I'm still not a fan of Jed, but little by little he's warming up to me. But I'm still iffy on like what he did with freaking MG like previous season. Like, come on now, come on. You don't do that unless it was this season, because I keep on like forgetting like within between season 2 and 3, where's the true beginning of season 3? And it was like, was the whole breakup happening? No, the breakup happened at the end of like season 2, which was the beginning of season 3. So I think it was the beginning of season 3 was the whole breakup situation. So still, Jack, come on, man, come on. But yeah, I think I covered like almost everything here. And I still can't wait to see when we're gonna see like Chloe again and Landon, like what the hell they're specifically doing. What's this thing that's risen up from that hole? But until then, I'm Fandom D saying I am signing off.